Good day, good afternoon, everyone. This is ViperAS for Viperland, and today I'm trying to solo the Mogu'Shan vaults, or a few bosses in it. I've been able to solo the first two before, and I'm going to try the third, though it's more of a DPS race. So, this place is located, if you haven't, I don't know why the map would be there, in the Kunlai Summit, right about here. There's an entrance portal, and at the moment, I'm a eye level 644 frost geared blood death knight. So all of my gear is frost. I have some blood gear if it becomes necessary, but I don't think it will. These little dogs, very simple. You just kind of AoE them down. They don't do a lot of damage. They're really not an issue whatsoever. The bigger ones definitely don't pull more than one at a time. I may actually switch to a frost for them, depending on how it goes. The bigger ones can petrify you, which it kind of sucks. I believe it resets the fight. If not, it makes it considerably more difficult. So, try and avoid that, if possible. These little guys, every once in a while, one will enrage. It'll hit a bit harder. Still not really much to worry about. As you can see, they're not really doing much damage at all to me. So again, little backs, pretty simple. I'm going to try and pull one of the big guys in a second. Yeah, this guy. So you'll notice he puts a stacking petrification. It slows your movement speed, and if it gets to 100%, you get stunned. If you have a pet, you can call it out in the middle of the fight if you don't have enough DPS to kill him in order to stop that. For example, if I didn't have enough DPS to kill him before that, I could pop army about halfway through. The army would start their stacks later since they came out later. I'm just going to wait for that to go away. There we go. And that's a good way to avoid it. If you have a pet, you can call out in the middle. However, it seems that my DPS is okay, and it's not going to be too much of an issue. But that's the reason you don't want to pull them both at the same time, because you're pretty much guaranteed to be screwed over. And let's pull these little guys. Alright, so this first boss is... Oh, by the way, I'm doing this on 10-man normal, because that's really all I can do it on. There might be a way to do it on harder, but not me, not my gear level. Okay, so these three dogs, each one has different abilities, but they're all, like, I don't know, they're not too bad. If you do this on, I don't know if it's heroic or if you do it on 25-man, you will get all four dogs. The real big thing to remember for these guys is when they do their overloads, that's when you pop your defensive cooldowns. It's the best time for it. It's going to help keep you alive. Also, in general, you know, move out of ick. The usual stuff. They have quite a bit of health. Like, the fight is not going to be a quick one. And you kind of have to really stay on top of, like me, I'm trying to stay on top of my death strike as much as possible. I believe they have, yeah, they have a shared health pool, so it doesn't really matter which one you target. It also means that, bigger AoE type things are more effective because they're hitting more of them at the same time. So yeah, it's a lot of staying moving because I like to put a lot of stuff on the ground, and it's a lot of... Oh, there we go. When you see they're about to overload, it's a good time to pop whatever defensive cooldowns you got and stay on top of things. It's very easy for this to get out of hand. It looks pretty simple right now, but it's really easy to just screw it up. So, it's best to stay on top of things. I tried doing this at like eye level 630, I think it was, a little ways ago, and it didn't go as well until I got to about 640 or so. Then it was going a bit better. I've heard people say that you might be able to do this in Frost if you had enough gear and sustain for it, but I prefer doing it in blood. If you're having problems with survivability, you could always go for actual blood trinkets and rings and whatnot. But, I like the extra damage from it. And as always, when you're doing Death Knight soloing, it's good to stay on top of hold on. Trying to use your Death Strike after you've taken a big hit so that you get a bigger heal, as well as Vampiric Blood is nice, for the extra bit of healing there. Just the usual Death Knight soloing tactics. While you definitely do have to keep an eye out for all the stuff on the ground and all the damage and the overloads, this is not the hardest fight. It's really kind of just having enough gear to stay alive, and then they go down. So let's see if we got anything worthwhile. Plate belt, not a great transmog. I don't wear mail anyway. Alright, so that is how to solo the Jade Guard, or the, I don't even know the actual name, the Stone Guard boss in Mogu'Shan Vaults. Tune in next time for soloing Fang the Accursed. Thank you for watching, and tune in next time to see how to solo that guy.